If you're looking for the jack of all trades loadout in Cold War, then look no further than this FFAR class. Hey guys, it's FFAR Dave here, and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War class setup video. Today, we're looking at the current favorite gun of most CDL pros in their scrims right now, the FFAR, or FFAR, or FFAR, or I mean, who knows how you should say it. Someone leave it in the comments, because I don't exactly know. I'm going to call it the FFAR here. I just know that this gun is absolutely busted, and as soon as you unlock it at level 40, you should be grinding out this gun for all of its attachments. I've just maxed it out very recently and have found a really good build for it, which I'm going to show you today. Now, if you're liking for this style of Cold War videos, then please do make sure you subscribe down below and click the notification bell beside it to keep up to date with all of my attachment videos. So here we go. This is a quick rundown of the attachments that I am running on the gun right now. We are running the Microflex LED in the optic slot, the infantry compensator, the 20.3-inch takedown barrel, the Tiger Team spotlight, a very interesting one here. The underbarrel is the field agent grip. We've got the 34-round magazine. We've got the airborne elastic wrap. And then we've got the Raider stock. So for the stats for this loadout, the overall pros are an 18% increase in vertical recoil control, 12% horizontal recoil control, 150% effective damage range, 30% improved ADS speed, 5% improved sprint to fire speed, a 25 to 34 round mag increase in size, 90% flinch resistance, 40% improved aim walking speed, and 40% reveal distance, which is a very interesting one. I'm gonna get onto that in a second. But the negatives, because there's always negatives to these classes, I'll cover them very quickly. There is 5% sprint move speed lost, 26% shooting move speed lost. You lose 10% of your reload speed, 10% of the shooting move speed, and 30% of your hip fire. So as you can all see, this is an 8 attachment class using Gunfighter, which I really think allows you to get the full power out of this weapon. Let's now head into a bit more of an in-depth breakdown of my decisions here. So starting with the optic, this one's going to mostly come down to personal preference, but I really like this Microflex LED. I think it's the cleanest low magnification scope in the game right now. And I'll also say that it's actually quite viable to simply not run an optic and go with the iron sights and just run 7 attachments here if you want. Since the iron sights on this thing are actually also really clean. It reminds me of that Archangel barrel from the Grau in Warzone, if you guys have played that, which I'm assuming most of you have. But this gives you a really pure 1x ADS if you didn't want to go for the 1.25 times that the Microflex LED gives you. So choose between those two. I wouldn't pick any of the others in the game right now. Talking now about the barrel attachment, the takedown barrel is really a standout option for me because of that 150% bonus effective damage range, which I think is an absolutely crazy boost. Especially it just gives those cross-map MP5 sprayers that usually manage to kill you. It just gives them a big fat nope when you're absolutely beaming them with this thing. The infantry compensator and the field agent grip here, well, these are just a staple combo for anyone who really values accuracy and pure recoil control in their build, which everyone really should. And these combine to give a real solid reduction in both vertical and horizontal recoil, which just helps this gun beam people at range at really only the cost of a bit of move speed, which isn't too important on this gun. So I do really like them. The airborne elastic wrap and the Raider stock are probably the second OP combo of attachments in this build, because they bring that speed that this flexible style of gun that sits kind of between a pure beaming AR and a fast SMG. It sits in there and it allows it to show its true potential. The ADS speed, along with the small increase in sprint to fire speed here, actually allows you to compete with the pace of a lot of SMG players, whilst the accuracy buffs from the muzzle and the grip, which we've already just talked about, help you beam at long range and fight against ARs. So you can really fit into a lot of different scenarios that you get faced with in the game, which is a really important feature of this gun. The elastic wrap also provides that ever so useful 90% flinch resistance, meaning you can secure a lot more kills at range when the enemy manages to fight back, similar to what I said in my MP5 video. And now finally on this point, the Raider stock provides aim walking speed that's really essential for any ARs. Because as an AR player, you'll be holding down your right click or holding your left trigger if you're on a controller. You'll be doing that far more often while you're trying to peek around corners, and you want to keep that strafe speed high so that it keeps you mobile enough to hopefully juke a couple of shots and get that advantage in your enemies during those gunfights. The 34 round mag here is almost necessary, I think, because the default FFAR only comes with 25 bullets, which really I just don't think is enough for those clutch scenarios. Some people prefer to reload faster rather than just have more bullets in the clip. But I think if you play properly and you time your reloads better in the game, then higher mag capacity leads to far more of those clutch victories against multiple targets that are trying to push you. I also know that there are some options for mags here with higher capacity and faster reloads, like those 34 round speed mags and stuff, but they slow the ADS by too much for me, so I wouldn't really recommend them. So the final attachment, and probably the most interesting one, is this Tiger Team Spotlight. This is probably going to be kind of weird for you guys if you don't really understand what this does, but it's come to many people's attention very recently that the reveal distance statistic does crazy amounts to not only alleviate some of the visibility and target acquisition problems in this game, but also just straight up let you see people that you probably shouldn't really be seeing. This attachment even makes that cartel bush area of the map kind of bearable, because you can just see these dots above people's heads who are just through the bushes, which is definitely saying something to how strong this attachment is right now. If it's nerfed in the future, I would recommend moving back probably to the steady aim laser and just get improved hip fire, but right now this spotlight is incredible for helping you spot enemies and pick them off before they can even see you. And there we go, guys. The FFAR is one of the standout guns in the game right now, and I don't really expect it to be hit with any nerfs anytime soon. It's not like the MP5 or the M16 or the AUG, which are just like absolutely shredding people. This gun just sits at a really nice strong spot, and I'd really highly recommend it as a class for you guys wanting to elevate your game to the next level. So thank you very much all for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.